Welcome to my kitchen. I'm Nina Windhauser from Need More Time, and today we're going to be making a lasagna soup in my favorite kitchen appliance, the Instant Pot. I love lasagna, but sometimes it can be a little time consuming to put together, so this is a great easy alternative. So let's get to it. Okay, so to start, as you can see, I've obviously already prepped my ingredients for you so we can get through this quickly. What I would suggest you do is, as the first step, go ahead and turn on your Instant Pot onto the saute mode right before you start cutting up your veggies. That way, once your veggies are cut up, you're ready to go. I have 1 cup of diced onion. We're gonna go ahead and put in here. And 4 teaspoons of minced garlic, or if you like using fresh garlic, you'd wanna use about 8 cloves of garlic. All right, so go ahead and put that in. Then what you wanna do is just saute it for about 2 minutes. You don't need to add any oil. It's honestly just unnecessary fat. If your onions start to stick and it looks like it might start burning, just add a splash of water or veggie broth to it, and that'll quickly unstick it, and you can keep sauteing very low fat. Okay, it's now been about 2 minutes that we've sauteed this a little bit. Now what you want to go ahead and do is add 2 cups of veggies. It's honestly up to you what you want to put. Today I'm using some diced up bell pepper, red and yellow bell pepper, as well as some matchstick carrots. If you need this to be super quick, you can buy these pre-chopped in the produce section. Usually you see the little containers of onions and peppers together, and then I've definitely seen bags of matchstick carrots. So that would be an easy way to cut down on the prep time required. All right, then what you also want to add are lentils. Lentils are a great protein source. The recipe calls for red lentils, and I'm honestly out of them due to COVID. I couldn't find them, but I had some already cooked brown lentils in my freezer, so I just pulled those out of the freezer. You can get lentils already cooked in cans as well, so that would be an option. So normally my go-to would be honestly just throwing in the red lentils, because those you put in uncooked. Again, if we were using red lentils, we'd be putting in ½ a cup of uncooked red lentils. In this case, since I'm using green lentils, I'm using 1½ cups of already cooked green lentils. Then, see a little bit of sticking here, so I'm just going to add a little bit of water to deglaze my pan. Okay, then we're also going to add 3 cups of diced tomatoes. I use drained canned diced tomatoes, but you could also use fresh ones. If you have some fresh ones that needed to be used, you could go ahead and cut those up. Of course, using the diced canned tomatoes, there's nothing to cut up, so it cuts down again a little bit on the prep time. As far as our seasonings go, we're going to use 4 teaspoons of Italian seasoning, ½ a teaspoon of onion powder, and ½ a teaspoon of garlic powder. This recipe I'm actually doubling for you right here just because I have a large family. you'll see the link to the recipe in the description. This is from veganricha.com, and I love a lot of her recipes. And so, but this recipe, if it's not doubled, it only serves about 3 people. So I just double it. All right, so there we have that. Now, lastly, we're gonna add 4 cups of veggie broth. I'm not gonna add any salt to this just because there's already some salt in my veggie broth that I use. I use this veggie broth powder that you just mix in with water, and voila, you have veggie broth. Instead of buying the shelf-stable big containers of already mixed veggie broth, I just do this. I find it more cost-effective. You can get this on Amazon. Check out my Amazon store below in the description, and I'll show you how to get this. Any of the products I use that I buy on Amazon, I just go ahead and have in that Amazon store, so it's easy for y'all to find. All right, this I like because the ingredients are all natural. There's no dairy or oil in it, no artificial flavor enhancers, and of course it's vegan, so this is a really good option. Okay, and then lastly, you want to use your lasagna sheets and then break them up into little pieces. You can use the wavy ones or the flat ones. These ones I have are not wavy, but I use the, once you put them in here, you want to just mix it up pretty good. Some of the sheets will probably end up sticking once it's cooked. Don't worry too much about that, but as long as you mix it up here pretty good, it will avoid too much sticking. And as long as you have them broken up into small pieces. This is the lasagna I like to use because it's organic and also whole wheat noodles, and they're also no boil noodles. So these work great whether I'm making a traditional lasagna or this soup lasagna. All right, so I've got everything in there. Make sure your noodles are covered up in the liquid, because if any noodles are not covered by liquid, they will not properly cook. If you need to add a little bit more veggie broth, then go ahead and do so. I'll just add a little bit of water. All right, so there we have it. One ingredient you don't want to forget is the tomato puree. I totally forgot to add this. This is going to definitely add a lot of flavor to it. I apologize. 2 cups of tomato puree, or you can even use just canned or jarred spaghetti sauce. Go ahead and add that into your soup. Got that in there. Now we're going to go ahead and seal our pot and set it for 3 minutes. Okay, so our soup is finished cooking. It took, between the time it took the pot to come to pressure as well as the 3 minutes to actually cook, it was a total of about 15 minutes. And then once your soup is finished cooking, go ahead and turn it off and wait about 10 minutes before you actually unseal it and open the lid. So in total, if you were to go from the moment you put the soup in and seal the pot to when you can actually remove the lid, it's about 25 minutes. All right, after 10 minutes, there's still a little bit of pressure here for my pot, so I'm going to go ahead and release the remaining pressure. When I was cooking this, right about when it was finished, I did get a burn notice on my pot, and if you double the recipe, that is not uncommon, so don't be alarmed if that does happen. If you choose to double the recipe like I did, it'll still finish cooking, and it just might be a little bit, some of the stuff on the bottom might be a little stuck, but it won't be a problem. Okay. Okay, so I've just taken the lid off, and as you can see, our soup is done. Even though it gave me that burn notice, I honestly don't even sense that anything is burned on the bottom of this. So that's awesome. All my noodles look pretty evenly cooked. A few of them might be stuck together, but not a big deal. Now what we're gonna add is some pepper and some nutritional yeast. You might not have heard of, if you're not used to vegan cooking, you probably haven't heard of nutritional yeast before. This is the one I buy off Amazon, Lewis Labs Nutritional Yeast Flakes. I like this one because it's non-fortified. A lot of nutritional yeast that's sold on the market is fortified with extra vitamins, and it honestly just, I don't know, it makes it not taste as good. It naturally has a lot of vitamins already in it. It has protein in it. It has fiber in it. So it's a really great additional feature to a lot of meals. It has a cheesy, nutty flavor. So a lot of vegan meals will call for it in meals that normally call for cow's cheese. So anyway, go ahead and add that if you want it. If you don't want to buy it, you don't have it, it's honestly, it's not gonna ruin your soup if you don't include it. So we're adding that. And then lastly, what you want to add is obviously some more cheese. It wouldn't be a lasagna without more cheese. If you want a real quick and easy route, you can go with one of the traditional style shreds that you can buy in the store in the vegan cheese section. This one is one that I think tastes pretty good. But the only downside to using these type cheeses is they are full of oil, definitely not a whole food. So just because I'm trying to stick with more healthy options, I've actually made a whole food cheese. It's really creamy, and it's actually made out of potatoes, rice, some non-dairy yogurt. I'm gonna post the recipe in the description below. So if you want to try that, it's actually real easy to make. You just literally put all the ingredients that are required in a blender, blend, and done. So that'll give my soup a little extra cheesy flavor. All right, so once I went ahead and put some soup in this bowl here, I am going to go ahead and just sprinkle a few of these Daya shreds on top because my kids just love them. And it's nice for a pretty presentation if you're making this soup for guests. Doesn't that look good? So anyway, I hope you try out this lasagna meal. It honestly didn't take a lot of hands-on time. What, probably 10-15 minutes. If you buy the veggies pre-chopped, it's even quicker as far as the prep time goes. I hope you try it out. Please remember, subscribe to my channel and check out one of my other cool videos. See y'all next time.